Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. So, good day everyone. This is your teacher, Miss Mars. And sinabi ko sa teaser, no, ngayong week we will kick off our review and we will focus on structure of English. So, alam naman nating lahat na kapag sinasabi nating structure of English is tinitingnan natin yung yung paano nga ba binubuo ang istruktura ng wikang English or how do we, um, from all the grammatical items, tinitingnan natin yan. But we will focus our review on this episode 1, we will focus on subject-verb agreement, of which it is a very important thing na tayong mga English majors, alam natin yan. Kasi dito talaga natin malalaman yung grammatical competence natin or yung linguistic competence natin. No? Yung linguistic competence natin bilang mga pre-service teacher or sa inyo, of course, nakagraduate na kayo, bilang mga hopefuls na makapasa sa board exam, dito na talaga natin malalaman kung, yung linguistic competence ninyo of the English language. So, this time, allow me to share my screen. Okay, para makita natin yung PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so there. All right, so and this is now our PowerPoint presentation. We put it into this, okay? Now, in this review, structure of English, let reviewer episode 1, before we call it the LET, the licensure examination for teachers, but now, of course, we call it the BLET, board licensure examination for professional teachers. Now, we do have here 3 things. Subject-verb agreements will be the focus. Tapos, we will review the SV agreement rules through a multiple choice type of test. And then after that, magsisynthesize kayo. So you guys will do synthesis. Iko-comment nyo yan, no? I-comment it down below kung ano yung natutunan ninyo sa session na ito. Gusto kong marinig din yung mga boses ninyo para alam ko kung may nakuha talaga kayo or yung gusto kong ibig iparating sa inyo is you were able to digest them as they should be digested. Synthesize what you learned after the session and then yung exit ticket kasi I do believe na mas madali nating mariremember yung mga bagay-bagay pag we create something na easy for us to remember. Pwedeng kakantahin natin yan pero it's a bit difficult to do, no? So we will create mnemonics, mga keywords para ma-remember natin easily yung mga rules para pag mag-take tayo ng board exam. And part of the exams ito, so malalaman agad natin na, okay, ganito pala yung mga rules. So alam na natin na we can just easily recall, okay, or take them out from our pocket, no? Kasi alam natin, from our brain, kasi alam natin, retain sa ating mga isipan yung iba't ibang rules. So, I think we need to start now without further ado. So, start na natin ang ating review. Okay. All right. So here, okay. First, we have this question. Marisa, Bobby, Leo, and Bricks blank a project-based learning plan together since they blank as a group. So yung choices natin, first option, we have creates, assigns, B create, and then R assigned, C has created, assigned, and D R created, has been assigned. Has been assigning rather. So ano nga ba yung magiging sagot natin supposedly kapag ganitong klase ng sentence ang ibibigay sa atin? If we're given this type of sentence, of course, ano yung, what could be our answer to complete the sentence? So it should be exactly, no? Dapat it should be create. Marisa, Bobby, Leo, and Bricks create, okay, a project-based learning plan together since they are assigned as a group. So if you notice, ito yung subject-verb rule number 1 natin. Subject-verb agreement rule number 1. Remember, class, the subject and the verb agrees with each other in number. Though may mga exemptions, no? For example, yung pronoun na I, though singular lang yan kasi I, pero it always takes the base form of the verb kasi exempted nga siya. Hindi naman ibig sabihin natin na meron tayong mga rules, absolute na. So, a lot of rules, in a way, may mga exemptions. So, dapat alam natin kung ano nga ba yung mga exemptions na yun. So, for this item or for this sentence, it should be create and or assigned. Kasi ito yung nagpo-follow lang naman tayo sa rule, no, na makikita or mababasa natin sa rule number 1 na 2 or more subjects, if they are joined by the conjunction and are considered plural and they require the plural form of the verb without the S. And in the case, yung second blank, of course, we knew already that it's they, no? Obviously, we have to use the linking verb are and the auxiliary verb are and the verb assigned, okay, para ma-complete natin because it's always are and then the past participle of the verb, no? So are assigned. Marisa, Bobby, Leo, and Bricks create a project-based learning plan together since they are assigned as a group. So hindi pwede yung option A kasi yung option A creates a plural naman yung subject. Lalo na yung option C, no, has created o nag-start na has for singular yan. At saka hindi rin siya parang nagma-match, it does not really collocate in a way din rin sa ating sentence. And then are created has been assigning, it's making things complicated na. So yung answer natin dito is of course letter B. Okay, remember this is subject-verb agreement rule number 1. The 2 or more subjects, if they are joined by the conjunction and, they are considered plural and thus they have to take the plural form of the verb without the S. Okay, yung walang S or plural form of the verb, base form of the verb, no? So, kaya nga yung sagot dito is letter B. Now, let's proceed to the next item or the next sentence. Each pre-service teacher, okay, each pre-service teacher and mentor plan to attend an orientation about student teaching practice in the university. So, very interesting, no? Parang hindi siya, parang sentence, it's a good sentence na parang makakapag-isip talaga tayo, ano nga ba talaga ang dapat nating isagot dyan sa blank? Para make sure natin na nag-agree talaga si verb dun sa ating subject. At ano ang subject dito? Singular ba siya? Plural. So yung options natin, A, requiring, B, are required, C, required, D is required. Okay, so ganito yon. Now, according to the subject verb, so ano nga ba yung sagot dito? Okay, let's try to reveal muna, ha? So yung sagot dito is required. Okay. Di ba yung rule natin, baka ma-confuse kayo. Yung rule number 1 natin, pag na-join daw yung mga subject ng conjunction na and, kung ano yun, pag plural o plural talaga yan. So dapat supposedly dito dapat plural, di ba? Kasi yan yung rule number 1 eh. Pero yung according to subject verb, rule number 2, if a subject daw is modified by the words, ito ha, pag ang subject, minomodify siya ng word na each or every. Okay? Ito yung keyword natin eh, yung word na each at saka every, that subject is singular and will take a verb form in singular. Kahit may and ba dyan. Kasi each pre-service teacher and mentor, parang they are considered as one lang. Diba? Kasi meron tayong each according to subject-verb rule number 2 eh. Pag may each and every na nagmo-modify sa ating subject, it is singular. Okay? So kaya yung ating sagot is required. Hindi naman pwede na we will choose B or C kasi for plural nga sila eh. Sabi nga ni rule number 2, this is singular. Tapos yung requiring, hindi rin kasi ilalagay natin each pre-service teacher and mentor requiring to kulang din naman. Okay? Tapos hindi rin talaga siya magmamatch dun sa ating sentence. So, yung sagot natin based din sa ating rule number 2, ito yung subject-verb agreement rule number 2, is dapat ang sagot natin is letter D, is required. So, ganito po, remember kung ano yung keyword natin here, the word each. Kasi yung each, sabi nga ni rule number 2, dapat singular. Pero kung every rin naman, yung nilagay dito, o singular din siya. Pero kung nilagay lang natin dito na the pre-service teacher and mentor, so ganito, dapat plural na kasi wala ng each, diba? Pero dahil sa word na each, kaya we have singular. Next, let's proceed to the next. Now, the next is this, okay? Either teacher Ray or his colleagues blank the in-service training in Cebu City. And either teacher Ray or his colleagues blank the in-service training in Cebu City. So yung letter A natin is join, B joins, C has joined, D have joined. So, ano nga ba ang sagot dito? Baka ma-confuse kayo. Meron tayong teacher Ray, singular yan, yung his colleagues naman, plural, because they are joined or connected by the conjunction, or ano ba talaga? So, ang sagot dito ay, okay, join. Kasi according, ito naman class, ito is about subject-verb rule number 3. Okay, subject-verb agreement, rather, rule number 3. According to rule number 3, if plural subjects, okay, so if plural subjects are joined by or, okay, are joined by or, ha? Kasi plural naman talaga, dalawa naman, di ba? Nag-join nga siya ng or eh. The verb must only agree with the subject that is closest to it. Okay? Plural, dalawa naman yung subject natin, pero nag-join siya or yung nag-join. Now, hindi ibig sabihin na dalawa sila, plural automatically, hindi, kasi or yung nag-join. According to the rule number 4, subject-verb agreement rule number 4, kung ano yung pinaka-close, di ba dito sa blank yung ating verb? So ano yung subject na very close ating verb? His colleagues. Kaya plural siya, hindi si teacher Ray. So either teacher Ray or his colleagues. So si his colleagues ang ating subject. And then it's plural. So his colleagues join the in-service training in Cebu City. Hindi joins, hindi has joined, hindi rin have joined. Okay, join. So now let's proceed to the next item. Okay, our next item, ito yon. Neither teacher Ray nor his colleague blank the in-service training in Cebu City. So parang under rule number 4 pa rin itong class, no? So, pero, yung nag-connect dito is nor. So, ganito rin yon, same principle. So, ano yung sagot? Tingnan natin pa rin kung ano yung subject na close sa ating verb. Dapat ito yung verb, di ba? So, it is join. So, sa letter B ang sagot. Neither teacher Ray nor his colleague, kasi hindi na colleagues eh. Colleague na lang, isa, no? Blank the in-service training in Cebu City joins the in-service training in Cebu City. Okay. Okay, so letter B yung sagot natin. With a subject that is closest to it. So dapat yung subject na pinaka-close, ganito yung rule number 3 natin eh. Subject-verb agreement rule number 3. Sa rule number 3, looking at the conjunction nor, or, and even conjunction but. Okay, so ganito naman, not the teacher but the office personnel blank a vacation leave today. So, same principle, kung ano rin yung pinaka-close, okay, kung ano rin yung pinaka-close sa ating verb, is ito yung i-consider natin na subject. So, office personnel, ano ito? Singular or plural? Okay, klaro-klaro yan, singular. So, kaya ang ating ilalagay dito sa blank ay files, no? Not the teacher, but the office personnel files application leave today. So, still, this is subject-verb agreement, rule number 3. Okay? Dapat malaman natin kung ano yung mga rule number na yan, tapos ano yung gagawin natin para if you come across with this kind of mga sentences, alam na ninyo, hindi na kayo mako-confuse. Now, everyone, next sentence, everyone blank to review to pass the board licensure examination for professional teachers or blank. So everyone blank. Ang ating options, A needs, B needs, C needing, D is needed. Okay. Okay, ang sagot natin dito ay letter A, needs. So everyone needs to review to pass the board licensure examination for professional teachers or blank. Now, this is naman under subject-verb agreement rule number 4. According to rule number 4, indefinite pronouns are usually singular and take a verb that is singular. And usually the verb that is singular ends in letter S, diba? So mention here, we are going to take a look at kung ano nga ba yung iba't ibang mga indefinite pronouns. Kasi we're talking about indefinite pronouns. Ano nga ba yung mga iba't ibang indefinite pronouns natin? No? So malalaman naman natin kung ano yung iba't ibang indefinite pronouns natin. So ito yung mga indefinite pronouns. Meron tayong anybody, they take the singular verb form, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, one, somebody, someone, something. So ito yung mga indefinite pronouns natin. Okay? So, yan. Needs, no? Next, let's have the next item. So the teacher with her students blank to a field trip. The teacher with her students. So ano kaya to? Ano kaya yung ilalagay natin sa blank? Ang options ay A, go, B, goes, C, going, D, are going. So ano nga bang ilalagay natin? The correct answer there is letter B, goes. Now, tandaan naman natin na ito yung subject-verb agreement, rule number 5 natin. According to subject-verb agreement, rule number 5, the subject of a verb is never in a prepositional or verbal phrase, diba? This is just an intervening phrase in a way, but itong propositional phrase, no, na with her students, intervening lang siya. Bali, nagpapa-confuse lang sa atin. So, hindi natin yan i-consider, i-disregard mo yan. Kaya wag mo na tong anuhin class, wag mo na tong i-consider pa. Diretso ka na, i-delete mo na yan sa utak mo, tapos tingnan natin ano nga ba yung subject. The teacher. Singular lang yan, di ba? So, goes. The teacher with her students goes to a field trip. Hindi yung the teacher with her students go to a field trip. Wrong yan. Kasi that's subject-verb agreement rule number 5 na yung subject natin is never in a prepositional phrase or verbal phrase. Never in a prepositional. Therefore, you must isolate the phrase and find the proper subject. So, dapat i-isolate natin ang phrase and we have to find the proper subject. Okay, next item. Some of the education students blank not like the major, they blank taking now. So A, do, are, B, does, are, C, does, is, D, do, must be. The correct answer is, okay, letter A, do and are. Some of the education students do not like the major they are taking now. So this is subject-verb agreement rule number 6 class. So remember, some indefinite pronouns and nouns will be singular or plural, but depending on the object of the prepositional phrase. So these words are always about number or amount such as all, half, some, none, most part, etc. So, diba yung depende daw sa, we're talking naman with indefinite pronouns here. So, para malaman natin na sa ganitong pagkakataon, ano nga ba yung ating pag magiging verb dito, some of the education students, magdepende yan sa kung ano ang nasa object sa ating prepositional phrase. Yung nasa object natin sa prepositional phrase, education students, diba? So some of the education students. So dapat plural, kaya do. And of course, do not like the major, they pag yun, no? Alam natin ang they, plural yan eh. That's a pronoun. So are taking now. So obviously it's letter A, and this is subject-verb agreement, rule number 6. Okay, remember, it's rule number 6. Sorry. Next, my family with all my relatives blank me to become a teacher. A, want, B, have wanted, C, wants, D, wanting. Okay, so ano talaga yung dapat isagot natin dito? The correct answer dito is letter C, want. So my family with all my relatives wants me to become a teacher. So this is subject-verb agreement rule number 7 naman ito. So number 7, according to subject-verb agreement class rule number 7, collective eh. When a collective noun daw, such as family, okay, we're talking about family, group, committee, or class, that is a subject. Always remember yung verb natin is dapat singular ang form kasi singular siya. Collective noun nga eh. Okay? Now, you might be confused. Meron namang relatives dyan. Remember, this is just intervening. Kasi yung subject natin, never yan never nating identify yung subject natin dun sa prepositional phrase or sa verbal phrase. Dapat ito lang yung before the prepositional phrase. So my family, this is collective. Kaya once. Okay? Intervening lang dito. Next, this is subject-verb agreement, rule number 7. Now, let's proceed to the next. Okay, economics, blank, my favorite subject. Ang options natin is are, must be, should be. Ano nga ba? Ano dapat sagot natin dito? So, of course, ang dapat isagot natin dito is, hey, it should be letter A is singular to, ah. This is subject verb, rule number 8. Sabi ni subject verb agreement, rule number 8. Ito yung sabi niya. A few nouns, okay, a few nouns such as economics, mga bombs, missiles, news, okay. Ganito yung mga mathematics, ganyan. Then be in plural form, pero singular yan past. Kagaya lang din yan ng mga title ng mga binabasa niyo dyan novel, mga title ng pinapanood niyo dyan na movie. Yes, pero title yan. Kaya dapat, it should be singular. You can tell these is words are singular because if you take the S away, you don't have a noun anymore. Hindi naman pwedeng economic, hindi naman pwedeng sabihin mo mathematic. Diba? Kaya that is singular. Okay, next. Okay, next is this. Now, 30 kilos of rice, blank, too heavy to carry. Okay, A is, B are, C must be, D should be. Ano nga ba yung sagot dyan? Okay, yung sagot natin dyan is letter A is, okay, this is still singular. And this subject-verb agreement rule number 9. Sabi ni rule number 9, when the subject is a unit of measurement of time, we're looking at time, the distance, money, weight, etc. The unit is actually it's considered singular, and the verb should be in singular form or should end in S and be in the singular form. So here, 30 kilos of rice is too heavy to carry. You don't say 30 kilos of rice are too heavy to carry. Okay, it should be singular. This subject-verb agreement, rule number 9. Remember, meron tayong 13 rules. So ngayon, na-cover na natin 9 rules. 10, 11, the 4 rules more na lang. Okay, let's proceed. Where blank the student teachers? Where blank the student teachers, right? A is, B are, C must be, D should be. Ano yung dapat sagot natin dyan? Okay, where blank, so it's letter B, where are. Now, in this case, this is subject-verb agreement, rule number 10 naman ito. Remember ha, rule number 10. So in a question or in a sentence that begins with where, here, okay, there, dapat makita natin, ipo-consider natin class yung subject that follows after. The verb will often come before the subject, or after the verb or the subject will come after the verb, or the verb will come before the subject. Kaya nga dito before the subject, nandito ng verb, right? So ano yung nasa subject dito na the blank? Student teachers, di ba plural? So where are the student teachers? Hindi pwedeng sabihin mo, where is the student teachers? Pero sabi mo, where is me? Ako, yung nahanap mo, where is Miss Mars? Right? Okay. So next. The biggest challenge you guys face as of now, blank, how to pass the blank. Kasi yan yung ating goal, di ba? So probably yan yung biggest challenge so far na fini-face ninyo. So ano yan? The biggest challenge you guys face of now, blank, how to pass the blank. So it should be letter A is, because we're just talking about challenge and it is singular. This is subject-verb agreement rule number 11. Sabi ng subject-verb agreement rule number 11, the verb must only agree or must agree only with the subject. So, alam naman natin na challenge lang yan eh. So, itong you guys face of now, well, you don't consider you guys being the subject, but the biggest, it's the challenge. And it's is. As of now is how. You cannot go say are. Of now is passing how. Oh, hindi rin. Okay. So, now let's proceed. Okay, studying the notes and answering review questions. Blank the things I am constantly doing these days. Okay. So ano nga bang sagot dito? The correct answer here is R. Okay, so this is subject-verb agreement rule number 12. Dalawa yung subject natin, and then they are separated by, or connected rather, by the conjunction and. So remember, this is gerunds, no? ING words can be subjects and follow all the same rules above applicable. So studying the notes, one, and answering review question, another subject. So dalawa. So it's plural. Kaya are. Studying the notes and answering review questions are the things I am constantly doing these days. So this is subject rule agreement, subject verb agreement rule number 12. So dapat class ganito yung ginagawa niyo constantly talaga. Dapat constant. Kung gusto niyo mag-top, gusto niyo ring pumasa, dapat constant talaga yung pag-aaral natin. Hindi pwede yung ngayon lang tayo nag-aaral, tapos tomorrow, hindi na naman. So, dapat constant, consistent. So, yan lang yung mga keys, mga key na gagawin natin or yung mga, ano ba yan? Ano bang tawag dito sa Tagalog? Sorry naman ako, di ba? Yan yung mga paraan na gagawin natin. And if follow natin, you know, we just have to make routine here. And then the students who join the review, okay, blank preparing for the BLEPT in September. So what's the answer? A is, B should, C must be, D are. The correct answer is letter D are. The students who join the review are preparing for the BLEPT in September. So this is the final rule, no? Subject verb agreement rule number 13. When using who, that, or which, okay, you must look to the noun, okay, because these relative pronouns are referring to in order to determine whether the subject is singular and will have a verb ending in, you know, S or plural ba siya, and a verb without S for plural. So the students who join the review, ang ating subject dito is of course yung students, okay? So, meron lang tayo ditong relative phrase no, na who join the review, pero titingnan natin kung ano yung subject natin before this relative phrase. And ito yun yung students. Students naman, plural. So, kaya are. So, preparing for the BLEPT in September. So, ito na yun. Ito yung mga items natin, class, for the entire subject rule agreement. So, subject role agreement tuloy. Subject verb agreement rules natin. 13 yan. And i-review nyo, pwede nyo namang tingnan ulit ang video na to, makaka-help to sa inyo, no? Hopefully. Tapos pag may magka-come across kayo ng mga similar sentences, so it would be easier for you na to answer. Kasi alam na ninyo kung ano yung rule number 1, number 2, all the way to number 13. So I hope nakatulong, ha? So, sa ating synthesis, before i-review natin na kayo na ang kasi para hindi naman masyadong too long yung ating video. So, yung synthesis, pakilagay po sa comment section. What is your takeaway from this review? Very important kasi na mag-i-interact tayo dito eh. Very important din na malalaman po kung meron ba talaga kayong natutunan. Am I doing sense here or bakit naman? Wala talaga kayong nakuha from me. So anyway, joke lang naman yun. So, mas maganda din yun na malalaman ko kung ano yung nakuha ninyo or yung mga takeaway ninyo. It would be so much better. So, what is your takeaway? Please comment down your takeaway on the comment section below. And, of course, exit ticket. So, hindi ko naman to i-check pero parang recommendation ko lang naman. No? For 8 mnemonics, keywords, or mag-outline kayo to remember easily the rules. So, I've done already a sample, pero kayo yung kung gusto nyo, you will follow this one, but you can, you will be the one to continue 4 to 13. So, PS, meron akong legend dito, ha? Gawa-gawa kayo ng ganito para easy, no? PS plus N is equals to PV, okay? PS plural subject, PV plural verb, SM subject modifier, SV singular verb, V for verb, CS closer subject or closest subject. Okay, parang ganun na nga, no? So each or every SM equals to SV. So each or every subject modifier is equivalent to singular verb. No? We are referring here to the subject, ha? And then plural subject joined by or, nor, but is equivalent to verb agrees with the closer subject or the close subject. Kaya yung nor or but, mag-a-agree talaga yung verb dun sa closest na subject sa verb. Okay, which is natakol na natin kanina. So, ito na yung gagawin nyo 4 to 13. So, continue from rule number 4 to 13. And then you may change 1 to 3 pag mas by bet kayo ng mga ano dito, mga mnemonics or mga sa inyo na yan, no? You may change the legend too. This really depends. Depende lang kung ano yung mas preferable ninyo na mas madali ninyong ma-memorize or ma-remember yung mga rules natin sa ating subject, verb, and how we always remember na yung verb nag-a-agree talaga yan sa subject. So they always agree in number. Singular is subject, singular din sa verb. Okay? Okay, so that was our first episode. Mga hopefuls natin dyan na makapasa para sa ating major sa English. So I hope nakatulong yung review natin, yung episode 1 natin para at least alam na ninyo kung ano nga ba yung iba't ibang rules natin sa subject-verb agreement at hopefully mas nare-retain at easily mariremember ninyo kung ano nga ba ang klase ng verb na dapat natin ilagay sa block. Kasi may mga exam talaga, nung nag-take ako sa board exam, no, during my time, marami talaga ang mga ganitong klase ng mga items. So, subject-verb agreement, marami, no? So, kaya, I believe, talagang lalabas din ang mga ganitong items sa ating board exam. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na mag-focus ang talaga tayo sa it. Kasi marami tayong mga subjects under sa ating major. Okay? Sa area natin sa major. So, anyway, hopefully meron kayong natututunan and thank you so much everyone. Don't forget to write down on the comment section below kung ano yung nalilearn ninyo sa session natin sa ating first episode ng ating review. Thank you very much. And this is again this is your teacher. This is Miss Mars. And I will see you on episode 2. Still the subject structure of English. Bye everyone. Thank you.